Welcome everyone to another edition of the Comic Review. My name is Eric, and today we're going to take a little trip to Gotham City as we look at part 2 of the final days of Superman in Batman Superman number 31. I really enjoyed this issue of the series, more so than any other storyline so far, even in Batman Superman itself and Justice League and the individual titles. This issue, once again, showed the friendship between Clark and Bruce, more so than any other story or depicted so far in the New 52. You obviously knew that they had a very close friendship in past continuity, and hopefully we're going to see some of that in Rebirth once Trinity comes out and in Justice League and all those books. But as of right now, this to me has been one of the bigger depictions of the friendship between Clark and Bruce that we've seen in the New 52. So let's go ahead and get right into what is actually going on in this issue. So when this issue opens up, we've got a full shot of Superman flying into Gotham City to meet up with Batman. Basically, he's, as of last issue when he went and saw Lana Lang, he went and saw Lois Lane and whatnot, he's definitely on a final tour with his friends and closest allies and whatnot, basically saying goodbye to them because, from the standpoint of the series so far, 2 issues in, he's kind of accepted the fact that he is dying from all the past battles and recent issues of various books. So he arrives in Gotham City. Batman's in the middle of fighting some freak show of villains. You got a bearded woman in the background. You've got guy with 2 heads. You've got Tusk, who's giving him a hard time about, I guess, Damian removing one of his tusks. So all of a sudden, Clark shows up. He takes care of all of the villains that Batman was fighting, and then they head on over to the Batcave, where basically Clark explains the situation to Bruce. He's basically telling him, I'm dying. I've done everything I can. Bruce is kind of not accepting it for the most part. Saying we can try. There's other things we can try. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And Clark just tells him, I've tried everything. I know what's going on. This is it for me. Of all the different times we've fought different things, we should have been dead a long time ago. He is now accepting his own death, that it is coming, and basically trying to say his goodbye to Bruce. His other reason for going to the Batcave and talking to Bruce is he wants Batman to help him find Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. The last time I saw her was at the end of her own series, issue 40 of her series, where she was time out in some space academy thing or whatever. I don't remember what happened at the end of that, but I believe she was in Justice League United. I really didn't catch up with that series or keep up with that series to know what was going on with her in that. But as of Batman Superman 31, no one has seen her. Superman's looking for her, can't find her, and he requests for Batman to help him. There is a little moment in this book where Superman says goodbye to Alfred, or Alfred, tells him thank you for everything you've done for us, this, that, and the other, and Batman's just sitting there at his computer console, and the next thing you know, he's just in one fell swoop, just wrecks one of his computer monitors, because you can tell he's not going to show it to Superman, but you can tell he's hurting. Essentially, his best friend is dying, and there's nothing he can do to stop it, which is strange in the fact that there was a whole arc written by Peter J. Tomasi as well of Batman having to go through various trials and tribulations to get his own son Damian Wayne back from the dead, even going to Apocalypse to do so. So it's for him to be able to accomplish that and then not be able to do anything when his best friend is seemingly dying. You can tell that, Batman is really hurting and just, trying to get over the fact that there's nothing he can do in this situation. The book then jumps over to that solar flared Superman from the last issue, that trucker who somehow got Superman's solar flare powers, going around saving people but causing more damage while he's doing it. There's really not that much on there. I think it's about 2 or 3 pages dedicated to him and whatnot, so probably I'm assuming it's going to pick up as we get farther into this series, what's going on with that. We know from various solicitations and whatnot at this point that people like Lois Lane get Superman's power somehow, Kara's powers get rejuvenated somehow, or something affecting with something having to do with Superman. So we'll see how this plays into all of that, I'm sure, during this series. But for right now, not much was shown with that character, that criminal who somehow got Superman's solar flare powers and is slowly becoming more like Superman as the story is progressing. Superman and Batman meet up in New York, where Batman lets him know that the last known location that Supergirl was in was a diner. She then there's reports after she leaves that diner, which Clark knew about, that she shows up in National City. I believe that's where the Supergirl TV series takes place. I'm not 100% sure, so they're probably trying to tie some thing. We're going to have a new Supergirl series, so they're probably trying to take some elements from the Supergirl TV series and incorporate them into the comics somehow. So that's probably what they're going to be doing with that. Superman and Batman then get attacked by a group called the Four Pillars, a Chinese group I guess, or have representations of the Chinese zodiac. So there's that, which also ties in with the doctor that was doing the experiments on what will possibly be the Chinese Superman from that series that's going to be coming up. So there's probably some tie-ins with that. 3 of them end up taking their own lives at the end of the fight. One of them is able to claw Superman and teleports away, so we're not sure what's going on with that. Hopefully they pick up on that in the next issue, but as of right now, no idea what's going on there. We end the issue with Clark determined to find Supergirl, go to National City, find her, and the last image in the book is her hooked up to some machinery. She's in a chair of some sort, possibly being experimented on. That's what we're left with at the end of this issue. The next part to this series, part 3, will take place over in Action Comics number 51. So that should be coming out in the next week. So look out for that review on that one. Overall, I enjoyed this issue. I enjoyed, like I said at the beginning, I'm not going to get too much more into it, but I enjoyed the dynamic between Clark and Bruce, that they are friends, and a lot of things I know that DC's trying to do with Rebirth, I think they're already starting a little bit in some of these series to show up in the main books now. Because like I said, this Superman that we're writing right now is one of the better depictions of Superman since the New 52 started. I wish we could maybe explore this Superman a little bit more under Tomasi, but if these are his final days, then it doesn't look like we're going to get that chance, especially with the pre-52 Superman coming back in June. So like I said, overall, enjoyable issue. I'm still looking forward to the series. I'm still intrigued at what's going on in the series. So tune in next time for the part 3 review. And let me know what you guys think of this issue. Did you enjoy it? Where do you think that series is going to be going? Your thoughts, ideas, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think Clark is going to die? Do you think he's going to survive into the Rebirth era? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.